Yeah, so we had last Thursday we played Xavier at Xavier, and then obviously Sunday we were back home again against UConn. The game against Xavier, I thought, obviously we'd been travelling a lot, so it's not easy with the travel. We'd been to Georgetown, then to Marquette, and then we went to Xavier. So I think we'd had 3 away trips in the first 4, which makes it a wee bit of a challenge. With missed class time and everything else. So credit to the players for how motivated they were. They played really hard. Their energy levels were really good despite all the travel that we'd had, and just did an outstanding job of almost executing the game plan. But I feel like we talked about that on Saturday, Sunday as we approached the next game. Was we've almost executed the game plan against Georgetown. We've almost executed the game plan against Xavier. When are we going to execute it? And we did it against UConn. So that was pleasing. But the Xavier game, played well, defended really well as a team, got the 1-goal lead, so we were ahead 1-0 in the game, and then just disappointing with the penalty decision, just disappointing. And I've seen those given, and I've seen them go against us and for us in the past. So it's one of those that we were disappointed with, because we could have had one at the other end as well, and then the game could have been a little bit different. But it is what it is. You move on, and you're going to get those decisions over the course of the season, I'm sure. It's just disappointing because it was such a big game with such a big, a lot riding on that game to get anything out of Xavier, because they're a good team and it's at their place, and they've got good players and they're competing to win the championship. So it's such a close game for that decision to go against us. Was kind of tough to swallow, but as is the case with anything, we bounced back and we responded well and had a really, really good performance against UConn. So the performance against UConn was really good. So.
Did you think that there was a lot of motivation going into the UConn game after such a tough game in Xavier?
Yeah, there was a lot of motivation going into the UConn game. Players did really well. They responded really, really well. And UConn, we know, was going to be a good team. They were, top 3, and they were ranked in the region as well. And we've never beaten them. So there was a lot of motivation after that Xavier result for it to go our way. And credit to the team. They played well. They played hard. They competed really well and had a fantastic result. Excellent, yeah. Unless it's a crowd in the background, right?
So, just wanted to ask you, just Providence next up for you guys on Sunday. What kind of challenge do they bring?
Yeah, Providence are going to be a very good team, very close into the same level as UConn. Good team, a lot of good players, very well coached, had a ton of success the last couple of years, and they know the conference inside out. So it's going to be another challenge. It's going to be a different kind of challenge. I'd say very similar to what the UConn challenge is going to be like last week. But we're at the point in the season now where we're saying to the players now it's about tunnel vision. One game at a time. You've got to show up, you've got to perform, because we're quite capable of beating anybody, and if we don't come to play, we're quite capable of losing to anybody. So it's going to be on the day, and the preparation, we've had a couple of light days. We had a day off today, and then preparation tomorrow really starts dialing in the details for Sunday. And massive game, because right now we're tied for second, third place with them. So if we can get a result Sunday, that'd be huge for us.
And just, you may get asked about this next week as well, but the pink out game being on Sunday the 20th, same as volleyball as well. Just what have you learned here about just what that kind of branded game means across all sports here at Creighton? It's particularly special.
Yeah, it is a special game, and I went and watched the basketball game when I first got here in the spring, so I got to see firsthand the emotion that goes into those games. And it seems to me now that everybody's got some kind of a battle with that, with cancer, and everybody on the team, I'm sure, has been affected by it with someone that they care deeply about, and everybody from the coaches to the players. And it's a great game to kind of honour those players. We've got Molly that's coming, who is we kind of adopted her last year as a teammate, Molly Hughes, and she'll be at the game, and hopefully she'll be our captain for the day, honorary captain for the day for that game. So that'll be nice to have her with us, and should be a great event.
Kind of going back to UConn here, still at Downey, got her first career goal, and then ended up scoring twice as a goal, got the game winner in the 84th minute. How much confidence does that give a kid that hadn't scored in her career yet, 4th year of soccer and how much confidence does that build?
Yeah. It gives her a ton of confidence. And the following day at training, she's like, Coach, can we work on more shooting today? So it's that little bit of a boost, and that hunger that she's going to have going into the weekend is massive. So yeah, good for her, because I feel like with forwards it's about confidence, and you know, I was a forward myself, and you go for a while without scoring a goal and you can lose your confidence a little bit, and all it takes is one goal to get you back going again. So hopefully that's got her going, because she's got goals in her. She's an exciting, dangerous player with a lot of potential. So she was happy that she got that. I mean, the first goal, doesn't matter how you get your first goal. I think it bounced, hit her knee and went over the line. But the second goal was a banger, and I don't think she gets that second goal without the first one. So that was really, really good for her, and hoping there'll be a couple more that find that hot streak. If there's a time to get hot, it's the last 3 weeks of the season.
Coming down to the stretch here, you've got 5 matches left. You're right in the thick of everything. How much confidence does this team, this last win, build upon with 2 home games coming up and then ending the year strongly?
Yeah, I think it gives you a lot of belief. You know, when you beat UConn, it gives you a lot of belief that you can do it. And then again, I think confidence that comes from your preparation. That's nothing shy of what you do every single day at training, the way you live your life, the way you sleep, the way you eat, the way you prepare for anything you do, whether it's soccer or exams. That you're going to feel more confident when you're prepared. So that's going to not change. We shouldn't come away from preparation with anything we do. Every game we prepare differently for, slightly differently, but all about the process at this point in the season. We don't want to get carried away, because a week ago we're second from bottom of the conference. We've had a good result, and now we're second from top. So it can change very quickly. So as some of the players were saying yesterday, don't get complacent. We've got to keep going and keep pushing.